Yeah, 1 cup for the night, got me fucked up. 2 bad bitches feeling right, I got dumb.
I'm going to show you how to edit like APIE in DAVINCI Resolve without plugins. So the first thing you're going to do is get your clip and your ident into the timeline. Remove the audio for your ident, and then just drag it on top. Now I'm just going to find the last frame that I can actually see the text. So right there, I'm going to, Command B or Control B to split it and delete the back half. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the retime controls and add a speed point right where the ident finishes, and then change this to 50%, and then just drag the bottom of this little arrow back to the ident, so they should be lined up. So it's just going to be slow motion until the ident disappears. Alright, and now we're going to add some APIE, now we're going to add some, actually no, not yet. So next we're going to add in our song. So I have a song called Dumb Luck. It's a really good song. Then you're going to find the beat drop. So there are technical difficulties. You're not going to be able to hear my audio, like my song audio, but just find the beat drop on your song and add a marker to it. And then just drag it in. And now I'm going to add some velocity. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the first frame where the character pulls out the shotgun. So that's going to be right here. Add a speed point. Then add a speed point on the kill. So right there. And then right about in the middle, right when the character is about to go in with the pump, I'm going to add another speed point. And in the first section, I'm going to change it to 50. Second section, 200. And the last section, 50. And now we're going to add a marker on the last speed point. So add a marker on the kill. Oh, my bad, I opened the retime curve by accident. So we're going to remove that marker right there. Alright, so you have a marker on the kill and a marker on the beat drop. So you're just going to line the two up. So, boom, now it's pretty much synced. And move over a little bit more. That's perfect. And then you're just going to drag this out, so now it should be clean. And now what you're going to do is you're going to split the audio right when the ident finishes, and you're going to add a reverb to the audio. And then all these reverb settings, you're going to change this thing at the top that says default to plate, and then you're going to change the output dry wet to 90. So now you're going to have some nice reverb, and you can turn down the audio a little bit if you want. So now you're going to have some velocity, and it's going to look like this. You're not going to be able to hear the song, but just... So that looks pretty clean. Alright, and now what we're going to do is add the build up. So now I'm going to show you how to do a flicker effect, and if you don't have a song with multiple beat drops in a row, because my song actually has 2 beat drops right before the main beat drop, so I can use those for the flicker. But if you don't have that, either you can just add flickers wherever you want, or you can just ignore this part. But I'm just going to add a marker on both of the beats that I want to use. Then I'm just going to split the clip and the audio on those markers. So split, and then you're going to count the frames. So it's just going to be about, so find the middle, so about 17, it's going to be about 18, so just go to 17, so it's about 17 frames. So this part might be a little tricky, but you're just going to, on all the cuts, you're going to fade it in 17 frames, fade it out 17 frames, fade it in 17 frames, and then fade it out 17 frames. And then you're going to do the same thing on the audio, so 17, about 17, and 17, so it's just going to be like a nice little... So it's going to be really clean. And now for the build up, what APIE is going to do is you're going to find the first frame the shotgun gets pulled out. So right here. And that's where the build-up's going to start. But actually, this part is completely optional for the flicker, but I think it looks really sick. So you're going to go to effects and add an adjustment clip, and it's going to start right as the first. You're going to find a frame that you want to start. So I want it to start about, I'm going to make it start 10 frames before the flicker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to want it to start right there, and it's going to end right at the end of the flicker, so right there. So you're going to have this adjustment clip right here, and you're going to open it in Fusion, and you're going to add a color corrector, a vector motion blur, and a frame average. Those three things are key. So you're going to get the color corrector, keyframe the saturation at 1, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 frames in, and keyframe the saturation at 0. Then you're going to go to the vector motion blur, go to the first frame, and bring the scale to 0 and keyframe it. Then go 10 frames in, and then I'm going to bring it up to about, I'm going to bring it to 5. And then you're going to go to the frame average, and you're just going to make it, I'm going to make it 6. So that's going to look clean. It's going to be like a nice temporal blur. And this part, you can also just use this even if you're not using the flicker. You can just add this in, and it looks really sick. And actually, what else you can do is you can also add it to the ident, which is something I forgot to do. So find that last frame right here, split this, open this in Fusion page, and then just quickly add this, and this. Color corrector, don't need a keyframe this one, just make it 0. Motion blur around 5. I'm going to make the frame average on this one 4. So that's for the ident. Oh, I put it in the wrong one. Are you joking? Alright, so just copy and paste. Well, you don't need to do this, but I need to do this, so just open a Fusion page. Just copy and paste these nodes in. So on the clip where there's an ident, just add those 3 things, and then it's going to look sick with the ident. And then basically now you have this nice flicker buildup. But now we're going to actually go to the real buildup. So what it's going to be is you are just going to add an adjustment clip that starts from the end of the temporal blur adjustment clip and goes to the kill. And then you're going to open this in Fusion, and then you're going to add, you don't need to add a color corrector, that was a mistake. You're going to add a dent, and a dent's really all you need for this, so remove that and remove that. So for this dent, you're going to make the size 1, and then you're going to bring the strength to 0 for now, and you're going to make this type 3. So it should be, yeah, okay, that's perfect. Alright, so you're going to make it type 3, and then you're going to find like a good frame where the character's about to go in with the shotgun. So I'm going to go right here, he's about to come in, and then I'm going to keyframe the strength at 0. Then I'm going to go to the very end, and then I'm just going to make it negative 0.011, about there. So it's just going to be like a clean little warp in. I know it doesn't look really cool in this frame, but it'll look fine in normal speed. I'm actually going to make this last frame, I'm going to make it negative 0.012, sorry, negative 0.12. It's going to be like a warp. And then if you want to do this part's optional. You can like fade out the audio a little bit, so I'm going to do that. So just split the audio and then fade it out however many frames you want. I'm just going to fade out, when does the dent start? So you're going to fade out the audio 11 frames. So that's going to look sick. And now for an impact, I'm just going to do like a little glow impact because I know APIE does that a lot. So I'm going to end the clip about right there, right when the numbers start to fall off. So just move that, cut that, and just delete the clip. Alright, so now we're going to go into Fusion page on this impact. and then you're gonna add. Make sure you have media in 1 selected. You're gonna add camera shake, and make sure it's camera shake CSHK. You're gonna add 1, and you're gonna add 2 of those, and then you're gonna add a glow, and make sure it's just the one that says glow, not glow with the things in the parentheses there. So you're gonna go to camera shake 1, and you're gonna make it mirror. You're gonna make the edges mirror right there, and then you're gonna go to the first frame, and you're gonna bring the X deviation to 0, rotation to 0, randomness to 0, and the Y deviation to about 0.65. And then you're going to keyframe the overall strength at 1, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 frames in, and make the overall strength 0. Then you're going to go to the second camera shake, make X and Y deviation 0, and make the rotation 0.4. It's going to be a nice tilt shake. You're going to bring the randomness down to 0, the speed down to about 0.1. And then you're going to keyframe the overall strength at 1 at the start, and then go to the end and make it 0. Then on this glow, I know APIE likes to do a pink glow, so that's what we're going to do. Oh yeah, and make sure you go to camera shake 2 and make the edges mirror. But then you're going to go to the glow, and you're going to bring the shine threshold to what looks best. So all clips are going to be different for this, but I'm going to make it about 0.2. That looks pretty good for me. I'm going to turn up the saturation a little bit, and I'm going to make this pink, because I know APIE always does like a pink glow. That's a little too much for me, so I'm going to bring down the saturation a little bit. So it's just going to be like a slight pink glow like that. So I'm going to go first frame, keyframe it there, last frame, and make it 1. It's a shine threshold. You don't need to do the pink if you don't want to, but I just think that looks pretty sick. And yeah, so you're also going to need to add some sound effects in, but other than that, that's how you edit like APIE and DaVinci Resolve. We've got some audio effects, we've got a nice flicker, some temporal blur, a good impact, and a warp buildup. So, hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe if you're new, and peace out.